Okay, ready? Wow, I think I'm getting the falsetto right, but not the whisper.
Oh wait, that's kind of close to the falsetto. See, as guys, I don't think we got.
I don't.
Unless you're Justin
those.
Bieber or something.
I don't got those.
Guys, shut the fuck up. I'm working here.
Welcome back to City Thots Podcast.
We back.
Okay.
Did you miss us?
Oh, this is the real take. Okay.
I'll keep it.
All right. Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to City Thots Podcast. I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of in a silly, goofy mood. Sean's already hit his ring on the cup.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make train noises.
Yeah. If you haven't seen that girl who makes train noises, it's like an old viral video, but we just showed it to Ivan and tried to make it happen, and it didn't happen.
I was pretty close.
Roll the
I'd
tape.
like to say.
A delight for the senses.
I can't show it because I've done it too much earlier, but
No, just insert the clips here. Prepare your ears. Thank you.
like, how do you discover that? Like, how do you just like practice?
I guess
Well, maybe
so.
you just hear a train go by and you're like,
Oh, I can
and
do
then you
that.
make the sound and you're like, whoa, I kind of ate that.
Kind of ate that train
kinda
noise.
ate
I ate that. Well, I love those videos where it's like, this is my audition for, and it's like some, like the chicken in this thing, and it's like, bong, 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 bong.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like Bretman Rock, you know who he is?
Yeah.
He
It
was
has
like,
chicken.
he wanted to be the chicken in Moana or some live action something, and he started acting like a chicken. It was so good. It was like genuinely amazing. I'll find it for you later.
I'll find it. I mean, the man raises chickens.
Exactly.
Like, I would
He has a dream
surprised.
life.
Live in Hawaii with chickens.
Yeah,
just
on a
working out
farm,
on
a bunch of
farm.
dogs, chickens, but he's like hella famous.
Yeah.
But he's
Is
like
that your
super.
dream life, to raise chickens?
No, but like having like such an isolated life, but you have like hella money. Like you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Oh,
chilling.
Okay.
Like
You're on this huge plot of land with this crazy, insane view.
Yeah, no paparazzi.
Yeah, but you're also living like a really glamorous life at the same time, but no one bothers you.
A continuous glamping,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But then you
Always
can like
running water.
but then you fly over the mainland and you like attend Fashion Week, but then you
yeah.
go back and you're like,
Yeah.
that's enough.
I'm good. I got
Yeah.
10 to my chickens.
Yeah.
Just imagine like the chicken paparazzi. They all got like little GoPros on them.
That's doable. They're kind of cute. But out of all the farm animals, which one would you want to have as a pet?
A cow. I love cows.
But then think about like the
Logistics.
Yeah.
They got to eat a lot. They
And
fart
the
a lot.
manure and the farm. Plus, how do you not want to eat them later?
You can't say that.
But that's a big investment.
That's a big investment.
I feel like
It
it's
is.
a waste to if you had
Yeah.
a pet cow and then
No.
you just
Yeah, that's true.
threw it out after.
Yeah.
I mean, threw it out.
I don't
You
know.
said
I'm
a
trying
pet.
to think of. I'm trying to think of like you discarded it. And you didn't use it to the full extent of.
He
its
died.
worth. Oh, I have this one friend growing up, and their pet rabbit died, and their dad fed it to them without telling them, and then they found out later. I'm like, oh, that's like a core
That's
memory.
traumatic.
Yeah, that is like.
No.
The
That
not
would, I feel
knowing,
like that
the
would make
not
you like
knowing.
sick every time you eat meat after
Yeah,
that.
or at least like rabbit, like you'd never be able to
Yeah.
eat rabbit again. Yeah, no, that'd be kind of crazy. The closest thing I've seen is like there's a dude on TikTok. He like raises rabbits to mow his lawn, which in turn makes it free feed for them. And then he eats them as they get older. And it's the cycle of life.
Sorry, I derailed on a tangent in my mind of these rabbits just pushing a lawnmower. And that was so fucking stupid.
And then him just
And then I was like, wait, they're eating the grass.
yeah, honestly, like as I'm a meat eater, I'm not gonna like lie that I'm any better than any other meat eater.
Yeah.
That is a way more sustainable. Like if you are gonna be a meat eater, like treat them well, have a good life, and then like I don't know,
Eat them.
slaughter them nicely and then eat
Yeah.
them, you know?
In a humane way.
Humane
yes,
way. Just can't get
exactly.
too attached. Yeah.
Yeah, I get too attached.
You
I
want a
can't do that.
cow?
I love, and you get milk.
That's true. That feels weird milking your own pet.
Most practical is chickens, though.
Yeah.
You get eggs. They
But then
stay
you're
in a little pen.
You're just eating their babies, you know? That's also.
No, but they're
feels
not
weird.
fertilized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Actually,
fair.
chicken and eggs, that'd be, yeah. I was thinking sheep for some reason. Like, sheep would be so cute.
You have to fucking.
Yeah.
You think the sheep likes it when you shear it? It's like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I think it
apparently
likes
they do.
after.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Apparently,
I
chickens.
imagine it's
they
kinda
get lighter.
scary.
They get lighter, yeah. Because I think it's like, apparently, like I'll fact check myself in the edit, but it's like the now version of like farm sheep. They never were meant to grow their wool so large. So actually, the ones that we have now, when they get really big, it actually is uncomfortable for them because like the OG sheeps never were supposed to be that woolly. Yeah,
But they've been bred for
bred
that quality.
For that quality. Yeah.
You think
yeah.
you think the sheep ever like goes out of his haircut and he's like, "Damn, I looked way better before,"
Maybe.
or it's like, "Damn, my barber gave me a sick fade this time."
They're like flirting with the other sheep, and they're like, "Oh damn, I look stupid now. I swear it'll grow back,
So
babe."
maybe I got my fro, my locks. Yeah, I wonder. What it goes
Baba
with
boy with the sick fade. you
that.
know?
No, that's what I was talking about with my boyfriend the other day. I watched this video of this donkey that like the phone was on the ground and it was the donkey like looking into the phone as if it was perceiving itself for the first time, and I was like, is that so weird to think that like some animals just like don't know what they look like?
Oh yeah, they never seen like a reflection, even like with water.
Yeah, or if they have, like, have they known it's them?
Do you think they like have that level of perception of consciousness where they're like,
I don't know.
holy shit, what am I?
Have you ever seen the videos of an animal that somehow got separated from its parents and it's raised by another animal? Then it takes on that
Yeah,
animal's
that's
traits.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
love those videos.
Yeah.
I always
Same.
find them so funny.
Like
But
a
also,
cat was
like,
raised by a
when they
dog.
look at other animals, are they like, oh, that's the same as me? And that's not the same as me? Or are they like, I wonder if that's different than me? Like, am I the same as that?
Yeah,
If they've
yeah.
never seen it themselves? Or
Yeah.
do they just not
'Cause,
have
like,
any thoughts?
Do you think like a dog or raised with you and your family thinks you're also a dog?
No.
But like you know what I mean? Because I think some animals are like that, where they see you as part of the pack. They're like, you're just a weird looking dog, and I'm a dog. But they don't conceptualize dog in the same way as we do, where we're like, no, you're a dog.
Well, the other day when I had my dog over here, one of my neighbors has a cat, and it came out of the door when
Yeah.
we were walking out of the elevator, and my dog like was sniffing it, but like really hesitant. Like it seemed like he was like, something is off with this animal. Like I've never seen this before. It's different. Like he wasn't just like, that's another dog.
Yeah.
He perceived it as like, this is a weird thing that I've never smelt or looked at before.
Okay, I wonder because like there's this thing with cats where if you want your cats to be friendly with other cats, they have to be around other cats or like like bring them to other events because a cat in isolation will have that same reaction with other cats. So maybe it's like your dog's been around humans and other dogs, so that's why it's like that. Like, what the fuck is this?
Maybe.
And then, but I wonder if like you introduced them to everything, he'd be like,
Well, yeah, probably. Then
like
he
you're
would be
just
like,
like
fine.
but like, do you think he's like?
But I feel like he notices a difference.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Like he knows a difference, but do you think he still sees it as like he knows that's a cat or like it's something different and like we're all the same, or is it like you know what I mean? Like let's say we raise him in a room with a cat and a human and like a duck. So now he knows what all that is, but do you think he just thinks like friendly,
Right.
versus like cat,
Yes.
dog.
But he must be like attributing it to something. Like he must be looking at it like, okay, that looking thing, friendly. That looking thing, friendly. That looking thing, friendly. New looking thing, dunno.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we might be giving them too much credit also.
Maybe. Some of these, like, I don't know. Yeah, some animals are quite smart, and then some
I
of
know.
them, and then like,
Some of them got nothing between those eyes.
oh, look at the cats I got at home. Like one of them, Shiro,
what's
the
going
guy
on?
is literally all he cares about is food. Like he's so food. What he's like,
Primal instinct
"No,
of hunger.
no," and I think he looks at me sometimes. He's just like, "I like you. You give me food." That's all my relation is to him. And you give food, he's like, "No."
Meow.
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 Dap you up.
meow.
Meow.
Walks away.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
How did we get on animals?
I don't know.
I don't even know where we started.
What was your chosen farm animal?
Oh yeah. What'd you
Oh,
pet?
chosen farm animal. Ooh. I like ducks.
Oh, ducks would be good.
I like ducks.
Ducks seem like the fuckboy animal though.
What?
You know that one
Ducks
guy?
don't add like any, like you're not getting milk or
Yeah, but I like them.
or egg. Oh,
It's like quack quack. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Sean would be out there like, yo, check out my ducks. I got some ducks.
like why?
I'd
I've
be
never
like,
thought
hey,
you.
check it out. All these ducks in a row.
Yeah.
All your ducks disarray.
Like I feel like I don't have any recollection of us walking down the street and you being like, oh, a duck.
I don't know. I just like ducks. I feel like I've always liked ducks.
So strange.
Sean
I feel
has-
like Ivan can attest that, like, deep down he knows that I like ducks.
Yeah. Sean also likes animals that have like a weird way of walking. Like sometimes like
I like this. I like the kind of
Yeah.
dumb
Little
looking
waddle.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
like Sean like sometimes we would see like a cute puppy and Sean it wouldn't be like, oh look at a cute puppy, he's so fluffy. Sean's like, look how the way he walks. Because they'd be like and he's like, I like how fast it moves.
Okay.
Like something about the duck, like on the lake, it seems calm, and then you look underwater, and its feet are furiously going like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Got it. Clear.
Okay, but what you must have other weird things. What like what's a weird thing you like?
Just a weird thing I like.
Yeah. He likes weird fast moving feet.
Oh, I like mini things.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it when something's mini.
Like
Like when we were at Science of Cocktails and there was those little forks, I like turned to my boyfriend. I was like, "Oh my god, look at those mini forks!" Like he knows I love mini things. We sit down at a table and there's like a mini salt shaker. Wow, I want to take that home so bad. It's so nice.
what is it about? Is it like something that's not supposed to be small that is
Yeah.
small that gets to you?
I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute and like satisfying. My friend, I ate them all, but my friend went to Sweden and actually got Swedish candy, and all of
Yeah.
the ones she got were like mini versions of the ones I had, and I was like, wow, these are so cute.
Is it? Maybe it's like your deep desire is to be gigantic.
Maybe.
You just
I don't
want
think
to
so.
be huge.
I don't think so. I'm not trying to be gigantic. I love cute. Like I used to have a fixation on those little Facebook videos of like miniature cooking. Where they would make like a piece of nigiri with 1 grain of rice.
Yeah. Or like they cook it in like this small ass
Yeah.
kitchen.
Oh,
and
that
a
shit.
small
I would eat
stove.
that shit up.
Like, that's weird.
I watch those videos, and for a second, I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. But then they keep going, and there's extra steps, and I'm just so frustrated.
No,
I'm like
I love
watching the
that.
video. I'm like, that's not enough food.
Like that's my version of like ASMR. Like it scratches my brain in the right way. What about you? Sean likes weird walking animals. I like mini things. You asked the question, and now you don't have anything.
I'm just curious. Like, I don't think mine comes close to it. I think I like normal things, but
You can't just like all normal
I don't know. I think
things.
I'm pretty normal here. Get back to me on that. Get back to me. I'm trying to think. No, because it's hard. Sometimes it's like, it's just weird. Sometimes you live life and you're like, this is pretty normal. Then sometimes you ask someone, like, you like
Okay, well, that's
fast-moving
kind
feet?
of actually where I wanted to go with this podcast originally before we just lost the plot as per usual. Was I was thinking about like, and I feel like a lot of my For You page are videos that I relate to as like a girl or as a girlfriend or like a girl tendencies. And I've always been so curious because I send them to my boyfriend being like, this is so me. But sometimes I wonder like, do some guys do this too? Like, is this something guys ever think about or absolutely not?
Send a video.
Like
I'm like, this is me for real, dog.
No, not the sending the part, but actually the things in the video. So, like, for example...
Yeah, I need more.
Yeah, for example, like, the whole thing where some girls think that when they're, like, texting a guy and they don't reply for an X amount of time, that they're also not going to reply for X amount of time to, like, seem chill and cool.
Oh.
Do you guys ever think about that?
I've never.
Yeah.
It's crazy you bring this up because this has been an ongoing talk I've had between my two friends for the past 2 days about like just texting and mannerisms. Yeah, girls are weird, bro.
It's like interesting because, yeah, there's definitely been times where I've done that. not anymore. There's no chance I would do that now. And it's also like a reflection of where you are in your life and like how you're treating dating and stuff like that. But yeah, I've always been so curious, like if anything has ever crossed your mind like that, where you're like texting a girl and you're like, oh, I don't want to text back too fast because like I'm trying to seem cool and unavailable.
Yeah. Maybe like when I was like younger and I like cared, or like sometimes you're like, damn, should I just double text? Is that weird? Is that bad?
Okay, yeah.
Now I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Or like, did you guys ever like? It's a pretty big girl behavior to get their friends to help them craft a message back. Would you ever do that?
Okay, I've seen it. I'm
looking straight at Ivan because I know for a fact Sean hasn't.
No, I've seen it where like actually have I? No, I don't think I've ever had craft. Sometimes you'd be like, yo, bro, what should I say? Yeah. Or like, yo, check your reply. What should I say? What should I do?
Okay, that's still the same. Yeah.
But is it similar?
Yeah.
But then I think it's like at a
Group
time.
brainstorm.
You brainstorm, or someone's like, yo, it's always like, same as you, just be chill, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like it's never beyond that. Like, I feel like guys, we don't psychoanalyze too much in terms of like what it is.
I used to think that was my greatest skill, was coming up with responses. Like for other people, not for me. They'd be like, what should I say? I'd be like, I got this, no problem.
I think if as a guy, we crowdsource with other guys, it would be way worse than it would have started.
Yeah, so true.
At least then we'd be consistent and not just all over the place.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
Okay, what about like, actually, this is a two-pronged question. Number one, if a girl likes your story, are you thinking that they're interested in you?
See, I had this talk with you too, and it's like, okay, I've asked this question, and some of the girls are like, I'm like, if you like the guy's story, are you trying to get him to notice you or say like, hey, you're into it, or you're just genuinely like, I like it? And and those girls were like, if we're already friends, then it's like whatever. Like I just like, cause like, yeah, that's cool. But if we like are acquaintances or we recently exchange like Instagram handles, for example, and I like it, I'm trying to get you to notice.
Okay.
But I feel like guys, I can't speak for all guys. At least for me, if I like it, don't take anything from it. Cause I'm very like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Though.
I know. Yeah, same. When I look at it, if I'm liking it, it's because the content, not who posted it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I liked that.
I also think it's a little bit dependent on the content that's put out. Like if this is me at family dinner and that food looks great, and this is someone I'm like, oh, that food looks great, versus this is beach
mirror
day,
selfie,
or like mirror selfie, right?
Yeah.
If you're liking that, I feel like that's different context for sure.
Oh, do you ever just like things just for the sake of liking because it's like a friend?
Yeah, with friends, I feel like that's the only time I really will like stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like, if it's like a friend that posts like, oh, like at the beach or whatever, I'm not like, damn, friend. I'm like, support,
cool, dude.
I'm like, I'm here to support you, boost your ego, got you. You know? Yeah, never.
What about a react?
What's a react?
Where you
like
can like
emoji?
swipe up and do like the fire, heart eyes, sad face, or like. That kind of shit.
I think
that's trying. You're trying to fuck.
You're trying. You're 100%. You're trying to fuck. That's because that's like.
You're basically DMing.
Yeah. There's more effort in doing that, right? Yeah. I don't know. How do you like? Okay, to be on the other side, right? Commenting or replying to someone's story, is that a move on the girl's part or not? Only because I asked this because saying conversation with friends. They're like, yeah, I will, if I'm into a guy or interested, I'll like reply back to his story and whatever. I'm like, bro, I thought that's what friends do. And then they're like, no. Like, even if friends I don't. Like,
I would say I'm probably, if you're not one of my like core friends and I'm replying to your story, it would have to be because your story was like so funny.
Right.
Like it was just out of this world funny. Like I've never seen anything like this. Or like so like ridiculous that I'm just like, holy shit, that's crazy that happened to you or whatever. Or I'm trying to like start a conversation.
It's so confusing.
So I would say like if they're responding to your story and it was just a regular story, they're probably trying to start something.
what if you only post ridiculous things? And I'm not saying all my shit is hype like that, but for example, it's like I really don't like story things or post a lot of things unless it's like, check it out, it's pretty dumb.
Right.
Then what?
It's tough. What do they say?
I don't know. Like sometimes I just give them the big R. I just read it. I just like, but it'd be like, haha, like, oh my god, whatever. Like it's definitely continuable, but I'm like, yeah. Because then I'm like, I'll like, or I'll heart the message. Heart the message.
I think if it's a message that is like, if it was funny and they laugh reacted, that's one thing. But if they're like responding, I feel like they're trying to start a conversation.
But then, what if we're already friends?
Then if you're already friends, that's fine. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, if it's friends, it's different. But if like you're not friends, then it would take certain circumstances for that to be normal. So for me, anyway.
Where in the oh my god, sorry, future Ivan. Where along in the friendship does it get weird then? Like obviously, if it's like you and me, I'd be like, Sam's just this Sam. That's like my sister saying like, oh whatever. So there's that variable, and then there's like, okay, let's say that we're friends, but we don't like hang out, but like we're friends. You know what I mean? There's like it's like almost like acquaintances, but we're not like strangers. Like like I would say if I saw you in the TNT or the mall or something, I'd go out of my way to be like, hey, how like good seeing you. How are you?
Well, and then there's like I think there's like a point. Same way you would evaluate a point of no return for a friend. Like you and I, point of no return. No return. It's friends only for the rest of our lives or nothing. Like that's it. There are other people where you're like, we could backtrack the other way potentially.
Risk the bond.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's a good way of looking at it.
I think there's like a point.
Okay.
And it's not like a hard and fast rule, but it's kind of like a feeling, don't you think?
I don't know. I'm pretty bad at feelings.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, also, I think what's tough is like it's different for both parties involved.
Yeah.
To them, it could be point of no return. You're like, I don't know, I could still dabble.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think for me, it's like once I establish usually like a friendship with you, I just don't like to risk it. So I'm like, we're always homies. That's it. Even if you think it's not like that, I'm like, I don't know, man. You got to give me more clear signals here.
So what's considered a friendship for you?
If I invite you to my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. Like.
But if you so if you're inviting someone to your birthday, but you still could be interested in them, that's never happened?
No, like I guess in my head it's like there's like the obvious like close friends, right? Like like hey, we're gonna be there for like Friendsmas and all that stuff. And then there's friends where it's like, oh, we're close, maybe hang out in different groups, but I still see you as a friend. And maybe it's like, like I definitely want you to be at my birthday. Or like if I had like got married, like I would want you to be there. And then there's friends where it's like maybe we see each other, like it'd be like party or maybe cross in between. Like maybe like I play volleyball, so maybe we see each other in crossing like that. Where I draw the line is like, if it's like I invite you to my wedding or my birthday or something like that.
Well, if you're inviting them to your wedding, you're probably not trying to slide in with them.
Yeah, but I was saying like it's that tier where it's like,
hey girl, this could be you.
Yo, girl, it could have been you. It's I didn't say yes yet.
Still time to object.
Still time. But like that tier, like then it's like pass no return.
But if you were interested in a girl that you had just started, like let's say you play volleyball,
right.
You're on a team with someone you're kind of interested in.
Oh, if I'm on a team
and you're like, hey, people come to my birthday and you want her to come so you can like hang out with her outside of this setting without asking her on a date. Like that's not a thing that happens to you?
Yeah, see, I feel like even on my own team, if I'm on a team, wait, this is tough now.
Now the head scratch.
I feel like you're getting really like caught up in this question.
No, because I feel like I'm very blind.
Because then
I'm very oblivious.
My next question is, do you prefer to be friends with someone before you date them?
Yes. This is This is
Yes.
why I'm extrapolating because I need to. Because it's a double-edged sword for me. I'm very oblivious, and I'd rather be safe, so I write people off really fast. But I also like just can't be bothered with like the random interaction sometimes because I'm just like so bored of like small talk,
Hey.
blah 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 blah. Hey,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like it's nice and chill if we like become friends first, but like we're gonna draw the line really fast, you know?
Right.
It's like
So you want to get to know them and like see if their vibe matches your
Yeah.
vibe,
Yeah.
but with an underlying note of romance.
it's like you know if we become friends,
Dude, I'm so lost.
like I was like we become friends, and then like I could be like, oh yeah, like you're cute, but then we get like closest friends too fast. Then be like, nah, you're just a homie now.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird with me. Yeah. But like even going with the volleyball analogy, I think if I had a team and we just started playing, possible. We played a couple seasons and I'm still not really vibing, feeling in that'd be like, yeah, we play, come to my birthday, even not come to my birthday, but we played enough times, probably not into you. Yeah. I don't know.
Do you feel like you need to feel that there is potential for them to like you back before you'll initiate something? Or will you just like let it be known that you're interested regardless of if you've seen any signs?
I don't think I need them to show signs of liking me back. I think it's, if anything, if you do like me back, I think I need like a giant sign. Because I had this talk with another friend where I'm like, I think we're in the same boat, but it's like, I think it's just one of those things where, one, I don't want to misinterpret anything. Two, I don't want it to be weird. So I just rather be like, yeah, like be homies. Even if you're being really coy about it, but like, I don't know, man. There's enough room for misinterpretation here. I'm gonna just play it safe.
So you don't want to like ruin a good thing.
Yeah. I think that's why. So it's a
But I'm
little
saying
weird.
like if you like someone
I don't
and you're like, damn, no. It said if.
I don't
God damn. I can't even get the question out before he's like, nah, never happens to me.
Never happens to
No.
me.
I'm like, bro, you've had like what 3 or 4 girlfriends. Like, please relax. It's happened to you. So
They weren't real.
you
I'm kidding.
you like someone, you have feelings for them.
Yeah.
What does it take for you to need to like tell them that? Do you need to know that they like you back, or are you down to just like risk it all to let your feelings be known?
I feel like every time I've gone to a relationship, it's very like we start off as friends, we talk, and then I'm like, yeah, I can keep like because okay, for those who don't know, like I don't text people. It's very objective. Hey, what time are we meeting today?
He says that, but I've seen those fucking.
No, but it becomes that like that's later,
Yeah,
right?
okay,
like
okay.
like initially, like I'm never like the friends like, oh hey, how's your day today? I don't keep up tabs with friends.
Yeah,
It's group chat or bust for me.
Yeah.
So it's like if it's like a little like, oh maybe we'll text or we talk in person or like, and the conversations naturally flow where I'm like, oh yeah, somehow I don't have the need or want to like just not reply, like because I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Then it's like, oh, okay. And then that's when it builds.
Okay.
And that's how it usually goes. And I'm like, oh, I realize we've been like talking day after day now. And I don't have the feeling of like, can't be bothered or like
Right.
I'm too busy. Like I'm consciously like, yeah, I kind of do want to reply right now. And then it becomes
Okay.
the rest. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's usually how it goes for me. But it's like, do I feel something?
So the interest builds and then the investment builds.
Yeah.
Effort.
Effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's me. How about you? Okay. How about you?
Dude, he's been in a relationship for 10 fucking years. When's the last time you liked
Like,
him?
oh yeah, back in my day, we did the dating game.
Before the hinges and the Tinders and the
And the hinges.
and the bumblebees.
I can't even imagine going back in.
I used to go to the other high school. That's when I found my first love, pretty much.
Yeah, seriously. So I didn't even have a phone.
Yeah,
It was like
true,
that's like
actually.
how long ago it
You
was.
didn't have a phone, yeah.
That's
And you did
crazy.
meet Cassie.
I think I got a cell phone in what, like grade 9 or 10,
I think 9 or 10.
and then I started dating my girlfriend like just after high school.
I think you were like we all met like when we were in grade 12 and she was grade 11. I
Yeah,
think.
so that's why my texting game is so weak because I never had to use it.
Oh, I'm telling you. Okay, texting game. Can you, as a girl, let's say he's terrible texter, but good in person, are you okay with that? Can you live with that? Or would you give him a chance if he was bad, but you're like, oh, the in-person experience is really good?
It depends for me. Yes, if I would say when I was like on the apps and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm like pretty cutthroat. Like I'm like, as soon as there's nothing here, like bye, on to the next.
Damn.
Which is like honestly the worst part about the apps, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like as soon as, and I used to be crazy. Like they use an emoji I don't like. I'm like,
What emoji would you not like?
tongue emoji.
Oh no, that's
Winky.
no, winky's a little too much too. That's
exactly.
valid. Those are
exactly.
valid. Those are
Or like
valid.
the tongue and winky. That's one too.
No. No.
There are some now, or like the hot, like sweating with the tongue out. Yeah.
Okay,
There's some
but,
bad
like-
ones. There's some bad
These
ones.
are some fuckboy emojis.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah,
only
of course.
emojis.
Well, also, I don't like emoji usage at all, to be honest, especially in the flirting stage. Like, I'm like, I want this to be a business professional exchange with banter. Like, I want your grammar to be perfect. I want you to use
That's a big
the
ass,
right. Yeah, like I don't want slang. I
Red
don't
flag.
want. I want it to be like you're trying to impress the shit out of me,
Dear
and we're
Sam.
having.
Yeah,
I cordially
want-
invite you
this is
to-
This is
Not like
like
that.
an interview almost. Like,
Yeah, I want to know you're competent and intelligent, and you can use full sentences. Like, yeah, that's what I want.
yeah.
I think that is a reflection, though, like a very surface level reflection of the types of conversations I like to have too. Like, I don't like small talk. I don't like just shooting the shit. Like, I want to have deep rooted, introspective conversations, and I know that that's not necessarily the same as full sentences, but like, you know, like I want there to be like a level of effort
Damn.
there.
Someone swipes right and it's like, oh, don't do what I was signing up for here.
See, I guess going with that too is like the one thing I think about constantly when text is I feel like if we're talking through text, I'd rather save the deep root stuff for in person because it's just a lot to text.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless it somehow gets there, that's where you see like the okay, I guess we're here now. Let's talk about these things. But I feel like I like the text where it is like, can we just text and banter for fun versus like I've had some where all we would talk about is the deep root stuff, text, and in person. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of tired of this, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not it.
No,
Like,
same. I don't want to have those chats on text.
Yeah.
But for me, like the kind of like cold, no emoji, full sentence, like that's like my version of flirting. Like I like that. I want it to be like
He doesn't even care about me. He doesn't want me.
not even that. It's just like,
Nonchalant.
But Sam,
but not
a
nonchalant.
picture says 1,000 words.
I feel like I like to get the energy from the message. That's why I don't mind.
No,
emoji,
see, like
but-
I don't want you to seem too eager, too excited, cheesy. Like I don't want any of those extra things. Like I just want you to be like dry humor,
like just
a little
super
mysterious. Yeah.
Oh,
Like I think it speaks so much more if you can like communicate what you want with just words and no help of other things like LOLs, ha-has, emojis, like anything else. Like everything is just what you say and that's it. And if you can do a lot with that, I'm like, whoa. And I know that's niche, but
yeah, it's
it's
pretty
just
niche.
how
It's
I
almost, like,
am.
weird.
They got to be 6'2".
And my boyfriend's like the complete opposite. Like he started straight in with the emojis. He grammatically everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's his ick. Is if you
Grammar,
are
punctuation
messaging
makes sense.
him and it's grammatically not immediate no.
Yeah.
Which me as well. But yeah, he went in with the emojis and I was like, just gonna turn a blind eye.
The
Because
emojis have to make sense,
you already
yeah.
have rapport with me. Everything's fine. But a stranger.
No, yeah. I like the skull emoji, like the
little
dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Like I like
Yeah.
to use that one because
Yeah.
that's my like new version of like the I'm dead lol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's pretty funny.
My favorite emoji is just this regular smiley face, but it's melting at the bottom.
Oh,
That
yeah.
conveys so much.
Yeah,
does, it
I
does.
love it.
The melt emoji. Yeah, I'm not afraid to use that one.
Also,
That one's
I really
like
like
the salute.
the salute.
Oh,
I was
salute.
gonna say
Yes.
that.
Ooh.
The salute hits. The
Salute.
salute hits.
Salute
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah. The salute hits. Yeah. Like those ones I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, because those aren't like overly. There's something about like the cheesiness of it, or like you're too interested.
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
Yeah. Plus those like serve
Too
like
eager.
a meaning and a play that like the hot one. No one's gonna be like, it's so hot out today. Hot emoji.
And if you are, ew.
Ew.
Like,
Ew,
ew.
yeah.
To control yourself. Get
Yeah.
a fan.
Put your fucking
You're
tongue back in your
sweating.
mouth.
Yeah.
What are you, a
I feel
dog?
like there's only one place to use that, and it wasn't
It's
the
wrong,
way
yeah.
Apple intended. It was like, you are, or like, wow, that picture of you.
I feel like that emoji is to describe like spicy.
Was that a spicy emoji? I thought it was like it's hot outside, but like,
Like, think about when you like open your mouth. Like, I feel like it's because your mouth is hot
but isn't like the
and they're
no, I
sweating
think
and they're turning red. I feel like I ate something hot.
because isn't the inverse of that one like the cold looking one,
I don't know.
the icicle one,
Oh yeah, you might be right.
right? And that's like it's cold outside.
Is there any like app or keyboard that tracks your most used emojis?
Yeah, it shows
I
you.
want to see all
it
of
shows
like
you
your
at the
top
top.
3 emojis of all of them.
Do you
Mine-
have yours?
I mean, mine's
oh
on
yeah,
camera.
yours is.
Yeah, no, mine is. I can tell you, it's the laughing, crying face, the skull face,
Oh yeah,
salute.
mine's the full crying,
Oh,
just 2 streams of tears.
Yeah.
I really like the the puppy dog eyes.
wait.
That one.
Oh, yeah, the crying one. Yeah.
That's like core. I'm in a relationship.
Yeah. Oh, I use that one with the boys. I like, thanks, Daddy.
Wait, no, the best is when you type in that and then you enter and then you put the 2 fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like the like puppy dog eyes with the 2 fingers underneath.
or it's my favorite. Like it's like when you use the eye and the lip in the other eye, and it makes the face.
Yeah. I love that.
I love that one.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Gen Z.
Yeah. That one. It's like the open face.
Oh my god.
I also love the nails.
Yeah. Okay, we use the same one, but I use the nails when I'm trying to be sassy.
Oh, I used this one the other day to say ice in my veins.
Oh
That
god.
is, I use that one for something else. What's the Lex people? Yeah. No, I think I have one where I use that like it's just like this is a dog.
Mine are kind of boring. But I
love
have
the
the
dog.
I have
His
the
is like-
monkey closing its eyes like this.
Oh, no,
Ew!
fuck boy emojis.
That's so
really?
fu-
Are
yeah.
they? Easy. Okay, we can list them right now. Eggplant, hot face, any forms of the monkey,
Any tongues.
any like tongue out wink.
Wink or that smirk.
Yeah. Oh, the side eye, the smirk, all fuckboy emojis.
You know what I use the monkey for? I use it in my work chat when people like don't clean things properly, and I go like this when they don't clean up their stuff.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's like the monkey that can't hear,
Nah,
that can't
bro.
see that.
If I
That's a fuckboy emoji.
if I didn't know you and you're like my manager and that's, I'm like, oh, Sean's
Yeah, you're icky.
icky.
Damn.
I wouldn't say
You're
the,
corporate ick.
I wouldn't say the way that you're using it is fuckboy-y,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I would be like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
It's like you didn't clean up after yourself.
Nah, see, I would be, you didn't clean out yourself. I use the melty face emoji.
Yes.
That it's because like the
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like a throwing up emoji, like the.
Yeah, or like, what else is there? I love this face.
Which one?
This big
Extra
pout.
sad face.
Extra sad
It's like
face.
so
yeah.
exaggerated.
See, but you like these emojis,
But actually,
though.
same with this one. This one's giving
Oh,
like
the-
dead in my eyes, but still smiling.
Yeah.
Like I use that sarcastically of like, oh no, everything's fine. But I'm like it's like what is it, Elmo with the burning building in the background?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I'm okay.
But
Like,
that's
that's
what
how
I
I
use the
use-
upside down smiley for.
No, but that's too literal.
Oh,
Upside down
yeah.
smiley is like I'm in a state of pure chaos. This
I
is
I
fine
love the
now.
cough.
Oh, the call. So wait, okay, but you use these, but the guy can't use these.
Well, it's different. It's only if I'm just starting to talk to somebody and specifically on the phone, like through an app, probably. It's not like if I met somebody out and then we exchange numbers and then they start like, I don't know. But also like there are some emoji usages that I'm like, ooh, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it'll give me an ick no matter who uses it or when.
Okay, that's fair. That's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
I don't remember what the original question was. Oh, texting. If they're bad at texting.
Yeah, if they're bad at texting but they're good in person, can you?
Yeah,
live with
so
that? Or would you give them a shot?
I think that would be fine if, again, I already had some sort of like reference. I probably wouldn't if I was just meeting you off an app. Because like, why would I choose you over someone who is keeping a good conversation with me when that's all I have to go off of?
True. What if he like because the apps you can see pictures, right? It was like he's cute. and like he had like a one word, like he got you to the first date because he was quirky enough.
Okay.
But then like in person, great. And then like you guys are trying to continue the conversation through text on your off times when you guys aren't seeing each other, but it's like it's not it.
Yeah, I think as long as
it.
like I can tell he's still interested from making more plans and we continue that way, and I'm not just left being like, how does this person like feel or what's the intention here?
Yeah.
Then I think that's fine, because I don't really care to be texting 24/7.
Oh yeah, I mean not 24/7. It's just like,
But it is really nice to have
connection.
like a decent conversation on text. I would also rather, if you're bad, let's just not text at all.
I like that.
That's nice.
You're
Like,
speaking
how
my-
about it's
you're-
like, okay, like
Yeah.
let's set a next date. Can't wait to see you then. I'll text you before to confirm. Great.
Yeah.
Peace.
Prompt.
See ya.
Plan.
Yes. Organized. And let's save the good stuff for the actual date,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or like a FaceTime or a phone call at night, wrap up the day kind of thing, just to like touch base. But hey, I didn't talk to you all day. You want to like have a chat or FaceTime, whatever, for an hour or two, and just talk that way.
Yeah.
Way better. I'm
Yeah.
like a good morning, maybe somewhere in the middle of the day if something weird or something interesting pops, like, how's it going? Check this out.
I only like texting if I have something to say. I don't
Yeah.
like texting for the sake of text.
Like, hey, what are you doing? What
my
are you up
my
to?
pet peeve is when somebody texts me hi.
Oh.
Holy
no.
fuck. Tell me what you want. Like,
Yeah.
please, like, it could be hi, enter, and then tell me, but then I'll wait for it. When I see hi, I'll wait for it. And then 2 hours later, I'll realize that was it. And I'm like, oh, now I have to be like, hey, what's up? Because you refuse to just give me the second piece of info, even though it was right there. Why are you making me dig for it?
It's like a wave to someone in person, but through text. It's like
yeah.
if I see this in person, I'm be like,
No, it's like someone saying, excuse me. And waiting for you to be like, yes, how may I help you? Before they, like, going up to a worker at like Walmart. You're not saying, excuse me, and then waiting until they acknowledge you, and then saying, where can I find the detergent? It's, excuse me, where can I find the detergent? Excuse me, do you know where the detergent is?
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the wait depending on the situation. In
If they're
restaurant
busy-
culture, you go, may I, and then you wait till someone says you may, and then you speak to them.
Okay.
That's too much.
Yeah, I see that too, because
Yeah.
I also worked at like in a restaurant too, and that's like because like the other person could be busy or doing other things, but in the same way, it's like through text, it's like the
And to your friend.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
hello?
you're going, may I,
Yeah.
Ivan?
Yeah.
or you know when someone's like, hey, can I ask you a question?
Oh my god.
Holy- no, you know,
You
like,
already asked me a question.
Or fucking, hey, guess what? And they actually want you to guess?
or no, they want you to say what?
I don't have
Yeah.
time for this.
Yeah.
No, but they're like, you have to guess. I'm like, I'm not fucking guessing.
You've given me nothing to work
so
off of.
little of my time.
That's the same thing as the high. I'm like,
Yes.
all falls in my category. I'm like, just get it out. What do you want?
I know you're itching to just type. Don't skip the hi. What if it was just, hey, what are you doing later tonight? Instead of hi.
Oh god, just blocked.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, my other pet peeve that this reminded me of is when somebody asks me if I'm free on a certain day but doesn't tell me what they want to do. Because the thing is, I may be free but not interested. I may be free, like it's like a, hey, are you free on the 7th? For what?
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm not free to do like a day trip with you, but I am free for dinner.
Right.
You want to see the level of commitment
Yeah,
before
For
you
sure.
know
Or like
kind
what
of time.
what's the activity? Is it something I'm interested in? Is it something I have mental capacity for? Am I even interested in it? I don't know. Those are all things. I need it to be like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this on this day. Are you down?
Yeah.
Because are you down is very different than are you free?
Yeah.
I'm free every day.
True.
No plans.
I realize I kind of do that, but 50-50. Because sometimes I am like,
Yeah, I'll do that too sometimes.
I'm like,
I'll
sometimes
forget.
like, yo, what you doing Saturday? But I guess maybe it's like depends on a comfort thing. If
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
what you
it
guys like, what you
does.
doing Saturday? And then you'd be like, probably
Like, is it
nothing.
someone
Why?
you hang out with often?
Yeah.
You know what you're probably going to do with them. You're very comfortable with them. That's very
Comfortable.
different.
Yeah.
I also feel like this is girl planning versus guy planning. With a girl or with I would never plan like that. I would never say, "Oh, are you free this day?" But to a guy, I totally would. I'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing this day?"
Yeah.
And then we'd make the plan as we go because we're
Right.
both disorganized and
Yeah.
we just make stuff up.
Well, I think it's when a guy asks me, like, well, I mean, most of our friends are guys, so I feel like, I think it's if we don't have a normal cadence of hanging out, then clearly you're asking me for something specific, and I want to know what that is before I agree to it.
Yeah,
Fair,
like
fair,
go
fair.
for eat or like help you move apartments.
Exactly. Or like I was thinking that we could get together with like 70 other people and do this thing. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
How do we get here?
That's what the
I'm
best.
actually not free. I feel like I'm being trapped.
The best neutral response is, I may or may not be busy, or like, I think I might be busy. But like, what do you
I'll check my
plan?
calendar,
Yeah, let
but
me
what's
check.
up?
Yeah. Like it's one of those sus ones, and they'd be like, oh, I want to go rock climbing. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. Let me get back to you. I may or may not be busy.
Yeah.
Like I think I can do that, but
I'm actually
don't-
allergic to rocks.
Don't count me in. Don't count me in. Yeah.
I'm just gonna start saying, "Why? What's up?
Yeah.
Why? What's up?"
Why? What's up? Why? What's up?
Or the little eyes emoji.
Yeah.
Like, interested?
What's
Can
up?
be intrigued.
I actually love. That's another emoji.
Convince me.
I love the eyes emoji.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
It's like the.
Eh? What?
Okay.
That's better than the monkey.
Yeah.
But that's the opposite. It's just closed
didn't
eyes.
clean.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah.
clean.
Who didn't clean today?
Yeah.
No, this is like, hey, I'm not gonna pass judgment, but I know it's one of you.
You should pass judgment.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But the eye emoji could be like, I'm looking the other way.
That's true.
Or I'm looking right at you.
Yeah.
Open to interpretation. I see you.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. So you, like, no. When does it like switch on? When is emoji cools then? After like.
I have to be interested in you already. Like I think there's like a phase where you basically need to convince me to be interested in you, and that's when I don't want to see any of that shit because I'm not interested in that. But as soon as you've got me interested, you could really get away with a lot of things
Right.
up to a certain point.
Need to,
But
like,
I've
have the
already
hook
been
in.
like, I'm already invested a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Oop.
This the little fish, like just
Yeah, Photoshop a little little bait in front of his mouth
that's
when he
gonna
did
be
that.
the thumbnail.
Yeah.
There we go. We got it.
Sean hasn't dated in a long time,
Yeah.
but what, like, do you have any like initial things that a new prospect could do that would immediately you would be like, no, like initial icks,
Initial icks.
and you don't have any like interest yet in this person, but you're like, oh, that person's attractive, and then they open their mouth and do something, or they make a certain face, or they text a certain way, or they say something, you know what I mean?
Sometimes I feel like icks are just like more of like a girl thing sometimes. Like
Because
or
we're
more
not
scrutinizing per se. Like, I think that's okay.
we don't have the lens of I want to have sex with you. That's what it is. Like I feel like we don't have that innate testosterone fueled instinct to be like, ooh, that could be a mate. Like no,
Pretty girl. Potential there.
like yeah, it's not like ooh, we could hook up. It's like, will you be a good partner?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my icks more come down to like, as we talk, if I notice where your interests or certain things lie, where your priorities lie, then like ick. But I don't think I've personally ever had one where
Right
it's
off
like
the bat.
all of a sudden you do something or the way it is, I'm like, oh, I could be like, that's unique.
Okay,
Or like
that's nice.
That's like, okay. That's
Girls
you.
are also way less icky, so
I don't know. This,
I don't know about that.
I don't think there's some icky ones, but yeah, I feel like I'm not too critical. Like, I think I initially getting to talk to someone, I'm like trying to get to know you, and my icks could be like, oh, like I remember one time I was talking to a girl, and then, I mean, maybe it's because I already. No, I don't know how to say it. I don't know. But I had clear mind. I had a clear mind already at this state. But
Okay.
so maybe I was less deluded.
okay.
You know. But anyways, we're talking, and then one thing where I'm really into the gym, fitness. And then she was like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to get the certain body I want because I like to drink and party. So, like, I'm okay with that. And that gave me the ick. Because I'm like...
You're like, something's bad for you.
Yeah, she's like, you have this goal, but... And like, I'm fair enough. Like, you're like, hey, I realize this is the lifestyle I want to have, so this is the body I can maintain. Fair. But something about that where I'm like, you want something, just fucking do it. Do it. Like,
you're really
I like to drink too, but I can stop or I can starve if I have to. And like, I just didn't like, I'm like,
Vodka water, 74 calories.
yeah. I'm like, just
Let's
don't
go
eat.
count
What's
it
the
out.
problem?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen other people do it. I can do it. I'm not saying you got to hold yourself to that, but I don't know. I just like lack of drive. Ick.
Yeah. You have a limiting belief, basically.
Yeah. So that's like one thing, but it's like more of those things versus
more like values and stuff, and behaviors and stuff. Not
She walked a little weird to the table. Ick.
Well, I think as I was thinking more about that, I think it also has to do with like there are way more men chasing women than women chasing men, so we can be a bit more picky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, of all these men, that guy walks fucking weird. That guy used too many emojis. So let's do this guy,
So let's do this, guy.
So let's go with this guy. Oh, but then I was also thinking,
what if guys just unite? And
We will no longer pursue.
you all say the exact same thing, so everything's equal, and then it's like, who do I choose now?
Technology is advancing, boys. Stand strong, my brother.
Strong brothers.
What I was gonna say is, I'm very particular with what I find interesting at the beginning, but I also think that's a double-edged sword because that will lure me in and I'll almost kind of ignore other things because I'm so like, oh, that was so nice. But it's like something that doesn't matter at all, like their fucking full sentences and shit. Like, I'm like, oh my God, their banter was so good. And then like ignore that they're late to everything or they're not very planful or whatever. Because I'm like, wow, we just had such a good conversation.
The vibe is so good.
Yeah.
Everything else is on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Blinded by what's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So you've been in a relationship for a long time now, right? Do you feel like, let's just alternate universe. All of a sudden, like, you're single again. Do you feel like you'd be nervous or anxious? Like, do you feel like he's like, because the game has changed so much per se.
Oh yeah.
So how would you approach
even
it? Like,
entered
how
the
would
game.
you if you had to redo it? Like, what is your approach? Like, where do you think your mind is right now?
It's just like playing it. Like if I played a sport once as a kid and haven't played it my whole life, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to be competent at it, and I have none of the skills that I was supposed to have. Yeah, I feel like it would just be like going in blind and like a lot of fumbling and like relearning. And by that point, I'm like, damn, is this even worth it? Do I even like,
am I just going to end up alone?
True.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, I think I have a personality that I can be outgoing, but I have difficulty with all like the texting and checking in on people and remembering them and doing all like the things that you're supposed to build up your credit.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a level of maturity in my relationship that, if I don't...
Like she knows you inside and out.
Yeah. We don't need to do some of the small things that you would need to initially gain the attention because we have the love and we have the trust, right?
Yeah,
We're not trying to convince each other every day that we care about each other.
Yeah.
Because we've been through the hard parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't imagine
Like
going back to
all
square
over.
one and paying attention to the little things. Not that the little things are not important, but like the little things are now the big things because the big things don't exist.
Yes. Yeah. You have to relearn everything.
And like, I wonder, like, there's definitely 100% some relationships out there where like they're long term. Might not be the greatest, but it's not the worst relationship per se, or maybe the other person have, but it's like sunken cost or like uncomfortable. Then how much?
I know. I think that's my biggest fear. Like, I think we've had this conversation before where there's some people that we know who have like been like you have been in a relationship for a super long time and it's like worked out. That's great.
Yeah.
And then there's like other people you hear stories of where like they've been in a relationship for really long and they almost, I mean, optically, maybe not that great, but they've been in it for so long that that's all they know. There's obviously still love there, but like, it's hard to recognize or even notice that maybe that person's not like your actual person or the best person for you because that's all you've ever known.
Yeah.
And that might be okay. Like, you might be down for that. Some people are, what is it, satisficers versus maximizers. Like, some people are more that. And then there's people like us who have been out here fucking dating a bunch of times.
I was like, I'm in the
trial, error,
almost.
trial, error,
Oh
trial,
my
error.
God.
But in the way that I like to be, like, I would consider myself more of a maximizer. I actually prefer the way that I did it, even though during I was like, oh my God, this sucks. Like, dating so many people and it failing so many times, or like failing so many times. I'm like, there's something wrong. There's something seriously wrong. This can't be right. Maybe I'm broken and I'm not gonna like be with anyone. But now I'm like, okay, that's very reflective of who I am as a person. Like, I need to go and like test drive some things. I need to like learn shit about myself. And then when I finally feel like all of that is said and done, then I can feel confident in my choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like a better scope on things.
Yeah. It's like research.
Because you're also like learning as each relationship and as each
Yeah.
interaction. You're like, oh, like I'm growing, or like now I found like another like non-negotiable, or vice versa. So then like once you go through, you're like, okay, I think I know what I want. You know? I've tried the whole menu now. This is my favorite dish.
It's weird because dating is like half experience but half luck at the same time, because it's who you meet when you meet them, because you could have met them in high school and they're like great and you learn together and you grow together and that's great, or you could meet a bunch of people who are not right for you but they help you learn, and then eventually maybe you'll find that right person. So it's like hard to tell. You're like, okay, am I just finding the wrong people, or am I not in a place to have found the right person?
Am I incompatible with people?
So you're trying to line up the luck with when you can actually accept it, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes too, at least this for me, like like that mental space, you're like, maybe I just need more time. Like maybe I just need more time alone. I gotta keep learning or something. Like I gotta start judging now because something's not working here. And then you're like, maybe sometimes you're also even turning down opportunities, or just not because you're like, maybe not. I don't know. It's been like this for a while now. So I think also not only luck and experience, but also like just an open-mindedness is a key component too. Because I think it's so easy to just be like, nah, I'm good.
Has the thought ever crossed your mind? You know how some people are like, oh, do I want kids? Do I want to get married? What if it's, do I even want a lifelong spouse?
Yeah, I had that.
Have you
really
had
hard.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think especially after my previous relationship, and that was like kind of the time where I'm like, damn, I've had like 4 or 5 different relationships that, you know, I date for marriage, or like I date for hopefully some sort of long-term thing. So for me, I was like, damn, I've tried a few times and it's not working. And I think I almost had a feeling of like, oh man, I feel like I've dedicated my whole life to trying to better myself, and I haven't seen that in another person. So I'm like, is bettering myself just making me further and further away from like what the pool is right now?
It's almost like the ignorance is bliss kind of.
Yeah, right. I'm like, is this actually making me more isolated versus like the average person my age who maybe hasn't been like chasing self-development as much or whatever. Obviously it just depends on like the person I was talking to and like who I was surrounding myself with. But yeah, there was definitely a point where I was like, oh, maybe I am better off just by myself. And I convinced myself that I was okay with that. And I think I genuinely was, because I hadn't seen the other side. So I was like, I love being single. Like, this is stress free. I'm having a great, exactly. Obviously, now if I suddenly became single, knowing what I know in my current relationship, I'd be like devastated.
This sucks.
But before that, I was like, oh wow, like who needs them? Like who needs a partner? I am thriving on my own. But I do think at some point I would be lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like I had those thoughts too, and I think it's a grass is greener effect.
Yeah.
It's always like when you're in a relationship, like, damn, it'd be nice to be single, or have a single guy answer stuff like, I don't have to talk to anyone. I can just play games or do whatever I want. And then like when you're single, then you're like, damn, it's nice to like you know, when everyone's busy, you still have your person and vice versa. But yeah, I used to always be like a long term, or like I would always want a long term partner, and then I was like, nah, what if I was just a cool uncle that like flew out from Thailand once in a while to hang out to see everyone back. But you know, I had this thought recently, not recently per se, but I realized like kind of not like what brought me back, but kind of solidified. Okay, yeah, like I would want a long time partner, and I think maybe like it's like my situation might be unique, or I guess biased in this thought, but it's like I remember growing up, my mom used to always be like, if anything, family will always have your back. And I'm always like, nah, like my friends are my family, always will be. They'll always be there. They'll always have my back. And she's like, whatever you want to think, but think about who's going to be there when, even though it's like, let's say it's you on a cliff and let's say like Catherine's on a cliff. It's not like Sean doesn't love me, but it's also not like,
you're not his number one priority.
It's not his number one priority, right? And it's that factor of like, at the end of the day, like you would understand if he chose Catherine, like that makes sense, right? And it's one of those things where as you get older, and you know, if we don't use that as an extreme scenario,
like who's
it's
Team
like,
Ivan?
Yeah, like you know, eventually the person you love, it's like if they're like they rang, like, hey, can you? I really need, can you leave work for me? Like if it's Catherine, you're gonna be there in a heartbeat. Like if it's me, I'm sure you'll try, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like you're still like not that priority. You know, the person you love ends up being that family for you. Yeah. And that's something I realized, like, oh man, like, and then my scenario is like I have technically no family per se that I'm close with. So it's like, you know, in a way where it's like you are alone. Like I feel alone, even though I have my friends, and like yeah, they're gonna be there for me. But if a time where, you know, as we get older, we see each other less. Yeah. Then, you know, like if you have kids and this and that, it's different. Right? Yeah. And it's totally understandable where I'm like, hey, Sean, can you help me with this? And you're like, no, I got to pick up Timmy at preschool. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel, which I don't know if this is good to admit, but I have sometimes felt that in regards to kids. Yeah. Like, I am pretty right on the middle of wanting versus not wanting kids. Like, could go either way. And I think it came up for me last year when, you know, my grandma's passed away and I was like going to more funerals and like seeing family collect for this person and being like, oh, if I didn't have kids, what is that? Like when you become in your old age and, you know, your partner is also old and like one of us is going to die first, and then what? There's no one, there's nothing else left there. And I'm not saying have kids just so that someone is like there for you when you're old, but also that is like another stage of loneliness that like you don't really consider if you're not going to build a family, you know?
Yeah. So it is something to think about too. Yeah, kids, because it's like it's just a circle thing. Like, don't get me wrong, there's like I've seen families where like, you know, you go to like they send the old people to the home and they spend time there. But if you think about it, like, would you rather have that, or would you have traditionally the Asian family where it's like you get to live in the house with your kid, and like your only thing is now you maybe got to help take care of the kids when you're still good, but when you get a little older, you're like you get to chill out. But at least you're still around people you love, right?
Yeah.
And do
it's
things.
Just like so weird because like obviously up until now we've had a family around us versus having to build our own family, but at some point that like switches. Yeah. And like that's such a foreign concept to me. Like that's my family. They built me.
They built me, yeah.
And I'm just playing around in this little game, and at some point it's like, oh, do I build one too, or do I just continue on as a solo mission?
Yeah. That's why I think like I would want at least one partner, because like at least with kids, I'm not like
at least one partner.
at least I'm sorry, one person in my life.
Polyamory, multiple families.
Oh shit!
So one person in my life where, because it's at the end of the day, in a perfect world, we'll do our thing, we'll go old together, and then I'll be like, yeah, you know what? Honestly, I would if I outlived my partner, I don't think I would mind, say, going to a home or something, or like, fuck it, guys, we were on the same age. If we make it there together, you want to chill together? Yeah,
that
like an
elderly gaming house, you know, like something like that.
Gaming at what, fucking 80?
You're blind and your reflexes are awful.
Yeah. Because even though like I feel like
Playing bingo.
at the same
Bridge.
time, where it'd be nice if I was like 80 and like around my grandkids and my kids. I feel like if I lost my partner of like 40, 50 years, I think that's like a loneliness like I don't think I'll ever be able to
Yeah.
fill. Where I'm like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'd love to be around my grandkids and kids, but like, fuck it, like
Yeah.
I'll just cruise for another like 10 or however long.
But also imagining like coming home to someone all the time and have someone to talk to, and
True.
then no one.
and then no one,
Nothing.
Just wanna get a
Silence. Like that's crazy. You can't take care of a dog. You're old as shit.
I just hope ChatGPT gets really good. Back then, go home, log
to
in.
the
You
AI.
resurface your AI girlfriend. Hi, Jessica.
I'm
I know it's been 60 years since we last spoke.
Jessica's like, well.
well,
Came crawling back.
yeah. Who knows? And you know, you ever get that weird feeling where, okay, 2024 doesn't sound too weird, right? Like maybe because we're used to it, but for some reason, like, okay, wait, we're like almost
Yeah,
30,
whoa.
but then plus 50, like the year 2075. Like, why does that sound so weird?
That's crazy. At
That's
least
an
we
intimidating
we
number.
don't get to the 100s. I think that would be crazy.
True,
Like to think
yeah.
if we lived until 2101. Like what?
What?
Oh.
What is that?
Hello? Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm like, 2075 sounds like there could be some real AI like
Yeah.
technology there.
Like I feel like it was already such a big deal for us to go from 2010s to 2020s.
Huge.
One day it's gonna be 2050. Like what? That's so foreign.
And we're gonna be living in it. 2050.
Yeah.
I wonder what the most sophisticated piece of technology will be during our lifetime.
Yeah, right?
Where
like
does it
our
progress
parents had
to?
the internet. Well, I guess that was kind of us too.
We got like grew up as it got good.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like ours was probably like smartphones.
Ours is smartphones. Ours was we were there when Google was YouTube was first made. Sorry, and like all like the Facebooks and stuff. But
I want to see the end of the lifetime, what it looks like for us.
We're in flames. Everything is just on fire. The robots are
Yeah, the
invading.
Terminators.
The Terminators.
It's like, oh, I don't want to see it anymore, guys. I changed my mind.
We're all trying to get to Mars. Like,
okay, wait. So wait, do you guys want kids though?
no,
Now after all that?
I'm still so torn.
I'm still so.
like-
it just doesn't seem like a possibility. And me and my partner talk about it, and because it seems so off financially or
lifestyle
wise, it's so far off that we're just both can't even imagine it because it seems too far.
Yeah. Like that. Owning a dog is already like, whoa, that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And I already take care of a dog sometimes.
Owning a fish for me.
Yeah,
is crazy,
that's so true.
You know?
He's panicking from our friend asking him to take care of a fish. Yeah, I think it is so foreign. I think, like, I was having this conversation with my partner because he's the exact same. He's like, I don't know. And he was like, I almost feel like as I get older, the less I want it. And I was like, I think it could go either way. It's either this is like our party phase
Yeah.
of adulthood, and then you eventually move on from that and you're like, you know, what's next? And then you want that feeling of starting a family, or like, what's the next chapter? Because I no longer want to just have this life where I can just like chill and do whatever. Like, does that get tiring? Or is it just something you're like, this is sick. Me leveling up is just by making everything I'm doing bigger and better because I have more money or more time or whatever.
Do whatever I want.
It's only time will tell.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone said this to me where it's like, not having kids is like playing a game, but only finishing 90%. I was like,
But you could think about it the other way too. Because what if having kids means you only played your independence 25%?
True.
Because you only played it until what, 30, and you live however long, which means what if that was stunting your amount of experiences you could have had if you didn't have kids?
It's also like, what kind of game are you playing? Like, is
Yes.
it like, it's like partner 25%, house 25%, like career 25%, kid the last 25%, right? Or is it like, oh, life to me was doing the things I wanted, blah, 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 right? Because if that's the case, then like kids doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the way I feel. I'm like, I never just want to have a kid for a kid. It's about building and raising something together with the person I love. But if that's like,
Well,
like, does it matter? Then like for us, it's like seeing the world. I'm cool with that. That feels 100% to me.
Something just popped up into my mind. I'm thinking, what if you're single and you adopt a child? Mm-hmm. You know, then you get like the fulfillment of having a child without the relationship part. And I was like, oh, I never thought of that as a possibility before. Mm-hmm. I guess there's so many ways that you can end life, or that you can find fulfillment. And it's, I feel like now more than ever, it's tradition is kind of fading away. It's a next new way of thinking, and people are kind of okay with that more than ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very curious to see. And it's kind of like the technology thing. What does that look like at the end of our lives? Does it become a norm that a lot less people are having kids? Because it seems like things are trending that way.
Yeah,
I just watched a video today, actually, of this woman who did have kids, but she was responding to a video of somebody saying, like, why is it when I say I don't want kids, everyone who has kids is like, you're missing out, you should have kids or whatever. You seem so like bitter about the fact that I don't want kids. Mm-hmm. And she responded saying, like, I don't know if this is like this for everyone else, but for me, it almost stems from the fact that I'm a little bit salty that you don't want kids because you probably have a better sense of self. Because for her upbringing and like the pressure of society to be a mother and like, that being like her role in society was what she was chasing in order to find a sense of self. Because she was like, oh, I felt like I didn't have a purpose. And I was like, oh, this is what society has told me to do, so I'm going to do it. And not to say she doesn't love her kids, whatnot. But she was like, to me, somebody who chooses something against society means that they like truly know what they want and are able to make that decision. And again, not to say that people who choose to have kids are not that. Yeah. But she was like, in her case, it kind of stung a little bit for someone to be so confident in who they are going against the grain.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. I just kind of makes sense, because it's like the cookie cutter idea is this, go to school, get a job, get married, have kids. And then like that's supposed to tell you everything. And that's why like people talk about like having midlife crises where it's they achieve these goals, but
and they're still
now,
not happy.
Why am I not winning? Per se, right? Even though, you know, in a lot of ways you are. Like those are big milestone goals, but it's like, what's your purpose? Like what was your passion the whole time, right? Were you just doing it?
What's actually going to fulfill you?
Yeah.
And is it all of those things, or is it those things plus something else, or is it just something else?
Yeah.
Tough to say.
It's tough to say. Mm-hmm. That's true. Damn. See, now with the adopting thing. Random story. My friend, older, wants a kid. She has like a pact with her friend where it's like, if
we hit 35,
if we grow old, you want to just split a baby and adopt one together.
Be caretakers together.
Yeah, like these co-parent and adopt a kid. But now think about like the logistics of it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you're living together.
What if you don't live together? What if you just co-parent? But then like, does that cause the kid trauma?
Maybe that's a different upbringing. And also would that, imagine an adoption agency looking at that, do they see that as problematic because the kids are like, would you even get approved for that?
Or what if like she didn't adopt, she just did like in vitro, but like you want to co-parent this baby? That could be a thing too. And then at that one point, like what if like 35, there's still time for you as a guy, right? What if you like did end up being the love of your life, but you like, you're not like the baby daddy, but you co-parent.
I gotta go. Or like you're talking to this new prospect and you're like, so I have a kid with my best friend, but like we just adopted them.
We just adopted. we're not romantically involved.
We don't live together, but I have this kid part-time. Is that fine?
Is that cool? Like it'd be so. And then like weird. Imagine being the other person where you're like, let's.
I'm sure that exists somewhere.
Or like it doesn't, and now you're the result of like that kid not having a dad anymore.
Yeah, that's wild.
Right? Like,
I don't know. I feel like that's the same as I'm like pretty weird of like, I probably wouldn't buy a property with like my friends. I don't really like any exchange of big money things because I feel like that adds too much extra liability on your friendship and can just like completely derail you. A kid is like right there with you, like exact same vibe.
And it's like a property and money yes, those are important. Yes, so they're hugely influential. But at least if I have to sell my property and my friends are upset, like, I'm not going to hurt the property's feelings.
Yes.
I'm going to traumatize young Jimmy.
Yeah.
What if you raise like a nice little next LeBron Jordan Woods, you know? You're gonna be a star, kid. You got moxie.
I just imagined. Actually, no, this sounds like an awful experiment. I was just trying to picture a group of people deciding how to raise one child. So it's like one child, but like 10 parents.
Ooh.
And then I'm like, no, that's a social experiment. That seems awful. But I was like, okay, what if all the combined knowledge and like best traits from these parents get to go into this kid, and now because they have
They
more
must
time,
contradict each other.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
What if we like took turns raising the kids for a fixed amount of years?
No, that's
And
crazy.
then, so we would all impart.
dude, that's a timeshare.
No, but like,
imagine going. You know when you go on vacation and they try to get you in the timeshare pitch.
yeah.
They're like, oh, you can take care of Jimmy for 1 year and you can stay in the Aspens for free.
I was thinking more like it's like the Avatar learning the elements, but like he's learning
Oh my
like
God.
12 different elements from
No.
us. It's like, your time with me is now done, Jimmy.
Just train.
Now you'll learn financial responsibility from Auntie Sam.
It's basically like grades.
yeah,
Who
like
now graduated
you'll
to
learn willpower from Ivan.
year
like-
9
Like
with Sean.
Imagine if there was like there wasn't an ethical thing here with like, okay, this is playing with someone's life,
Yeah.
but just going through that process with so many different kids and just seeing the outcome of like, okay, maybe that is the actual best way to
Yeah.
raise people. Maybe that
Like
diversity.
the sacrifice of one generation for social experiments so that you can figure out what the right way to do it is and then apply it.
But like you can like really like if you raised by different cultures, maybe different like religions, but like never force it to the point where like this is the end all be all, but like this is just a taste of what each could be and they learn. That could be something.
yeah, if you
He's
almost,
aware of religions, different cultures, different like ideological standpoints.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like removing the concept of family and then just having, oh, this is
You're-
communism for kids. These are our kids.
Our kids. We are the world. We are the children.
That's crazy. I wonder if I can do this with
I
like
feel like you're
gerbils.
just removing any source of stability, any source of truth, any like everything this person is taught, anything the kid is taught is contradicted by the next thing.
but
I
what if
feel
you
like they'd
couldn't-
be so lost.
What if you couldn't contradict it? Like we all come to agreement. Like you don't contradict it. You let them have the choice. Like this, you're teaching them choice. Like this is one choice. This is another choice. You're not like whatever Sean told you. Lies. Let me fix this. You know.
But then do you show them bad stuff too and let them choose if they want to be evil versus good or, you know?
Or would you feel like that's like like maybe you don't show them bad, but like inherently through let's say we split a kid 3 ways, right? Like inherently without showing them bad, we're gonna have our own faults as
Yeah, for
parents,
sure.
right? So, but they're gonna experience each one, and hopefully they'll be like, oh, I like the way Sean did this. But maybe not in the way this other one does. But like Ivan does that better. But maybe he's weaker in this one. But like Sam does, you know what I mean? Like he's able to process and pick the bads and the goods that he wants and formulates his own choice of what is right and wrong. But still experience each one's values equally.
Yeah. I think what's tough is like when you're raising a kid, they obviously can't objectively look at things like that. They're just absorbing what's happening. And then it's not clear to them until way later in life, if ever. So it's not like they're being like, yes, from Tuesday to Thursday, I was at Sam's and pros and cons, really good. That was good. That was good. It was just like, that was my experience. I'm carrying whatever that gave me and I'm moving on to the next thing. And that's how they're growing as a child.
Yeah, they're gonna develop like some sort of personality disorder.
It's just multiple personality.
Who did it?
Why is he like this? Okay, maybe there's a threshold point. Like let them live normally till they're like 8.
I mean, realistically, what's the difference between the 3 of us and 2 parents raising the child in the same home? Like, is it? Are you still adopting?
One of those is right and one of them are wrong.
Yeah.
I know.
One
but
has 2 parents that love them and love each other, and the other 3 is I don't know what this is.
Yeah, it's true. They're still working together, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're still giving each other different, or giving the kid different traits from
perspective.
each other.
Yeah. It's just multiplied now. We have another. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right then. What is the difference? Because as long as we all love him and we all treat him like he's gonna
We
be
all love each
and we
other.
don't treat it just like a science experiment.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of the same.
I almost see it as like you're just shipping them off to like different camps, you know? Like one year you're gonna play hockey, the next year you're gonna play soccer. So hopefully by the end it's just an athlete. But with that for human traits, you know, you're just somehow seeing through all the negative and only getting the good from all these places. It's so interesting to think about.
Yeah, I'd be like, don't complain, Jimmy. Some people don't got parents. Okay, you got 10. Be happy.
They're like, I don't want parents no more. Parents are overrated.
Yeah. What if the kid like grows so much more woke and profound than we are? And he's like, I don't need you anymore. I don't need
I got
any
8
of
other
y'all.
ones.
I'm awoken.
Well, there would be, I would imagine there would be, and maybe it goes the opposite way. Maybe they like cling to other people, but maybe there would be such an intense independence because the stability is not there. And I guess it depends on the model, whether this is like a timeshare every day of the week, or whether this is 1 year, this family, or this couple 1 year, another couple, right? That would be jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, this the switch up. We'd have to like ease the kid into it somehow. It'd be like maybe 1 year of just like you're just with Auntie and Uncle Sean and Catherine, and then next year like surprise, it's Uncle Ivan and his wife. They're our family. You have to meet them, and like slow 6 months of like coming over, hanging out. It's like, by the way, you're actually gonna live with Uncle Ivan now. what? You know, like.
But eventually, like, you get to the point where the kid knows every year they're changing. They're not gonna want to grow attached to whoever they're with, or they'll either like not want to feel dependent on the people that they're with. Like, I feel like you would have all these traits that eventually build up from knowing that nothing is stable.
So then we gotta change it.
Let's switch it up.
We all live in the same house together. Like it's 10.
It's just one giant family.
One giant family.
Yes.
But yeah. And we all share this one kid, but we all teach him different things. But there's no shifting of household. He just believes that.
But it'd be crazy not to have
huge.
like 1 or 2 people that have the final say. Like at work, we call it the D. Who can make the final decision?
We must ask the committee.
Like, are we having votes? Like, are we like who gets to?
Jimmy and Timmy sleep over? I object. I don't stand for this in this
I don't
household.
like the way Jimmy looks. He's gonna taint Timmy.
It's like juries, like over and over and over again for everything.
Everything. Oh my god. Brings over his first girlfriend or like boyfriend or whatever. A panel 10. Why do you like our son or daughter?
It'd be so entertaining for us as parents to be like, all right, you bad cop, you good cop, you make the toast, you divide and conquer.
Yeah. No. I feel like in a weird way that's gonna be like when one of our friends gets pregnant, has a kid.
True.
Yeah.
Except they have the D though.
Yeah. Like they have the final say, but
You come into their household, overruled.
Why did you let our child do this? Sorry?
Our
What?
child. Yes, our child.
I was there. We had a moment.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
What a concept.
I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna dream about this. This is crazy.
Perfect. Report back. Okay, well,
I don't know how we
with that, we literally went from farm animals to what if we shared a baby?
I really
That's
like
how-
that idea.
We can have one big family,
That's
and we
our
can also
title.
have a farm.
Our title can be Let's share a
Baby farm.
What if we shared a baby?
What
Will
if we
be
shared
our title. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. I know it was all over the place, but that's our MO, you know?
That's what we do best.
Talked about emojis too, and
That's
then
so
sharing
true.
a child.
Yeah. Wow. If you resonated with anything we said, totally understand if you didn't. But if you did, let us know.
Let us know you want to share a baby with us. We're starting a timeshare.
Let us know if emojis give you the ick, and if you prefer full sentences with punctuation and capitalized syntax. And like and subscribe. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
See ya.